Self-confessed petrol head Mark Baddon and his wife Di were sceptical, but agreed to test out an electric car for the programme. After getting used to the unfamiliar charging systems, they found they really liked the experience of driving an electric car. But a trip from Yorkshire to London, where they couldn't get some of the chargers to work, caused so-called range anxiety to kick in.
The nightmare, of course, is if we don't break down, it's not a case of sending somebody for a gallon of fuel.
Yeah, we don't know how long we'll have to wait for somebody to come out.
They made it to London, but the journey took nearly 7 hours, twice the usual time. And that was... Well, nearly 2 years later, and Mark and Di are back. This time, we've had a home charger installed for them. And we've got a different car for them to try too, being delivered to their doorstep. Just promise me one thing. No Italian job stunts, OK? For its first run out, Mark has taken it into town and is impressed.
First charge.
And charging it up at home afterwards seems to be going pretty smoothly.
We're on.
Leeds and Mark and Di have been using their electric car locally for a few days. Now they're heading further afield, a trip down to London.
It should take us 3 hours and 33 minutes according to Google Maps. That's obviously in a conventional petrol or diesel car.
It's so smooth, is this, like sitting in your armchair at home, and you're quite happy to tool on at 65, 70 miles an hour.
Unfortunately, Mark is so relaxed that he misses a turn-off, and they find they're on the A1, not the M1. With 40 miles of charge left, they decide to stop off at the next service station.
Looks like we can pay on card. Instructions you've got to nail down for. Well, you've got to use your app though. Please present RFID card to start. What's RFID?
The charging doesn't quite go as they'd hoped. There can be big variations in how long different chargers take to charge different cars. The one they've found is one of 3,400 rapid chargers currently dotted around the country. However,
we found that it was going to take an hour to charge, so not wanting to spend that amount of time on charge at this point in the journey, we decided to unplug and move on. Okay.
They've made it to another charger, but things still aren't going smoothly.
We've just got 3 crosses. It doesn't work.
2 of the 9 charging points don't appear to be operational, but this one is.
Right, we're on.
And this time, from having virtually no battery power left, they're charged up and on their way in 40 minutes. I caught up with them the next morning.
One of the things that bugs me is you pull up at a charger and you don't know whether it's a fast charger, you don't know what it is. You know, just put a little sign on it and tell us what it is.
Do you think it's confusing?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are so many different apps. As with the chargers, they all work differently. It all needs formalising. It all needs to be like you pull up a petrol station, you know how a petrol pump works. Whereas when you pull up a charger, it's a new experience every time.
Do you think you could get used to driving an electric car?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But what do you think needs to be done if we're all going to be driving around in electric cars?
Infrastructure needs to catch up with the technology of the cars. The cars have arrived, the infrastructure is years behind. Get rid of the apps. The apps absolutely
Yeah,
blow my mind.